Hey guys, it is currently 5:15 p.m. on February 11th, and I just finished edit number 7 of Ashes in the Light. I am a day behind where I wanted to be, but for the most part that's okay. I also started a day late, so it's not a huge deal. I'm gonna go ahead and put this number in here really fast and show you stats on it. So with this edit, I ended up with 44,773 words. I'll do the math to tell you how many words that was subtracted from the last edit. Minus 295 words on this one. A lot of this edit I focused on removing dialogue tags that didn't need to be there, whether it be because there were multiple in that paragraph or because it was very clear that someone else that the conversation was only between 2 people, so they don't need dialogue tags as often as if there were like 3 or 4 people involved. So there's that. But today I edited 13,556 words, which makes up for the 2 days that I did not edit over the weekend. I normally don't do a lot of editing or writing over the weekends. I tend to focus most of my energy on writing those days. But I'm going to go ahead and add edit 7 to my little books edited this year thing. But edit 7 went pretty smoothly. It's Google Translate edit. That is when I copy all of the chapters. I used to copy them all into Google Translate, but now I copy them into my email and send them over to my iPad and have the iPad's text-to-speech function read it out loud to me. That voice seems to be less grating on my ears. Google Translate didn't used to have any bad effect on my ears, and I don't know if it's because I was doing it on my tablet the first time, or if they changed the voice, or if it was my headphones or what. But either way, it was a little too much for me to handle one of the last times that I tried it, and since then I've just been sending the chapters over to my iPad and doing it that way. And it works out pretty well. You can change the speed so it's slower or faster depending on how you operate best. And you can pause it. You cannot pause Google Translate, so it's very nice. Like if I'm in the middle of a chapter and I need to go do something, I can just pause it, come back, and when I come back, it's still there. And I don't have to redo anything, which is nice. So this is added in here. I don't have my little blue journal in here where I put my sticky notes, so I'm going to grab that real fast, and I'm going to grab, if I can find it, the piece of paper with the dates on when I'll start the next edit of Ashes in the Light, and then I will be right back. Alright, genuinely the most impressive thing I've done today is find the timeline on the first try. So, like always, I have my little sticky note here of anything and everything that I crossed out this chapter. I didn't add any scenes, I didn't delete any scenes. I don't even think I minorly expanded on any scenes. I pretty much just stuck to listening and fixing awkward sentence structures and the dialogue tags. So I'm going to write on here that this was a Google Translate edit. I'm also out of room on this page. So recently, I've been keeping track of all of that on the sticky note. So it's just, oops, so it's just on here like that. I am completely out of room on this side, so I'm just going to flip the page over and stick it on there instead. Got its own page and everything. So the only other thing is now over here, maybe, there we go, and I can finally archive that one. So edit number 8 is the next one that needs to be started on February 18th, which is a Monday. That's okay. Number 8, I think, is, yep, that is when I fully format it and move it over to a PDF. I have some stuff that needs to be done with the formatting before I can like format it. I need to draw something for the scene dividers. I used to use 3 asterisks, and I still do for certain books. But like with Cut to the Kill, there's a little knife in between the scenes instead of 3 asterisks, and for Ashes in the Light, it's going to be a little ghost. So I need to draw the little ghost, and I need to decide what's going to happen with the chapter headers. If I can find the book on here. Sometimes it's like right there, and other times it's just nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. When I wrote it, originally I was posting it on Wattpad. I no longer really use that much. But I did like the way that I had it set up for the most part. If it loads, I'll show that to you, and if not, I'll screenshot it. There we go. So like, there are 8 parts in the book, and every one of them was set up like this. And the titles were set up like this. And I'd still kind of like to do something like that. I cannot use those images because obviously they were not designed by me, they weren't drawn by me, whatever. The only thing I did here, I think I did it. I think I added a face on this one, and if I didn't on this one, I did somewhere else, and it's a different color than what it normally is. But it's still not my drawing, and I would have to try and find the artist and buy the rights to it, and I both don't have the funds for that, and don't even know where you would begin to look for the artist, even if I did, because it wasn't something I found on, like, DeviantArt. But I would like to be able to do something like that again, and then the scene breaks, where there are normally little asterisks, like here, that would instead be a little ghost. The little ghost that's also going to be featured in some of the book merch. But I'm going to work on those things today. I've already met my writing goal today. I've written over 2,900 words, which is my normal writing goal. So it's okay if I don't get a ton of writing done today outside of that. So I am instead going to focus on the stuff that needs to be formatted here, and then go from there, because I'll need to have it formatted, obviously, before the 18th, which means that I need to have it done before the weekend. So I'm going to focus on drawing stuff today, potentially tomorrow, depending on how today goes. And then hopefully format it tomorrow or Wednesday. But either way, I will do my best to show you guys the formatting process. It's not going to be a super, like, well put together, well thought out video or anything. That's something that's going to happen for Man of Darkness, where I'm actually going to set up the camera, and by camera I mean iPad, and record the entire formatting process and all of that. But that's still a little while away at this point. But that's the plan. So I'm going to do bird chores here, and then set to work on drawing out stuff for Ashes in the Light book format, and go from there. And then I will see you guys presumably after I start edit number 8. We are closing in on the end of this process, and we are closing in on March, when the book will hopefully go live. So far, everything is going relatively well, knock on wood, but I'm going to remain hopeful, and I'm going to continue pushing and continue doing my best to get this out on time, instead of running into issues like last year. So that is all I have for edit number 7 and Ashes in the Light and everything. And then I'll see you guys when I begin edit 8, or potentially with the format stuff, I might record videos of the sketching on that. I'm not 100% sure, but we will see. But yeah, that is all that I have. So if you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos that I do roughly every Friday, despite the fact that my editing app now refuses to export them, or anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as the links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.